Cowboys Nation, I need you to lock in for this one because what just happened might not look flashy on the surface, but when you really break it down, this is one of those moves that quietly changes everything about how this defense can operate moving forward. The Dallas Cowboys signing Carl Lawson is the type of move that smart teams make when they're serious about winning, when they understand that championships are built in the trenches, and when they know that depth, experience, and flexibility on defense matter just as much as star power. This signing didn't come with fireworks or breaking news banners across every sports network, but make no mistake about it, this move sends a clear message that the Cowboys are not satisfied with being good. They want to be dominant and they want to be dangerous when it matters most. Carl Lawson is not coming to Dallas to be the face of the defense, and that's exactly why this works so well. He's coming in to enhance what's already here, to strengthen a front seven that already has talent but needed more reliability, more experience, and more consistent pressure off the edge. This is a player who understands his role, who has been through the grind of the NFL, who knows how to prepare week in and week out, and who doesn't need to be the star to make an impact. Those are often the most valuable players on championship level teams, the ones who don't demand attention, but force offenses to account for them every single snap they're on the field. When you talk about Carl Lawson as a player, you're talking about effort, leverage, and toughness. Like, this is a guy who wins with technique just as much as athleticism. He's not out there freelancing or chasing stats. He plays within the structure of the defense. He sets the edge against the run. He collapses the pocket, and he forces quarterbacks to move off their spot. And that's the part that doesn't always show up in box scores, but absolutely shows up on film. Pressure matters. Even when it doesn't result in a sack, pressure changes how offenses call plays, how quarterbacks read defenses, and how comfortable they feel in the pocket. Lawson brings that type of disruptive presence. What makes this signing even more intriguing is how perfectly it fits into what the Cowboys already do defensively. And this team thrives on chaos up front. They want to get after the quarterback. They want to force negative plays. They want to dictate the tempo instead of reacting. Carl Lawson fits right into that philosophy. He's not being asked to do too much. He's being asked to do what he's always done well, which is attack, stay disciplined, and make life harder for opposing offenses. When you add a player like that into a rotation that already includes Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, suddenly offensive coordinators have a much bigger problem on their hands. Think about what this does from a rotation standpoint over the course of a long NFL season, especially when you're trying to make a deep playoff run. Keeping your pass rushers fresh is critical. Yeah, you don't want Micah Parsons playing an unsustainable number of snaps every week. You don't want DeMarcus Lawrence wearing down by December. You need bodies. You need reliable veterans who can come in, give you quality snaps, and not be a liability. Carl Lawson gives Dallas exactly that. He allows the coaching staff to manage workloads more intelligently while still maintaining a high level of pressure. And let's talk about Micah Parsons for a moment, because this is where the ripple effect really starts to show. Micah is already one of the most feared defensive players in the league, but even he benefits from having help. When offenses can't focus all their attention on one guy, everything opens up. With Lawson in the mix, protections become more complicated. Offensive lines can't just slide everything toward Micah and hope for the best. They have to respect the edge on the opposite side. They have to make choices, and like when offenses are forced to choose, defenses usually win. That's how big plays happen. Another important aspect of this signing is the leadership and professionalism that Carl Lawson brings into the locker room. Young players benefit immensely from having veterans who show them how to work, how to prepare, and how to stay consistent in a league that will test you physically and mentally every single week. Lawson has been around long enough to understand what it takes to survive in this league, and that experience matters, especially for a defense that wants to be elite, not just talented. But talent alone doesn't win games in December and January. Discipline, preparation, and toughness do. This move also speaks volumes about how the Cowboys view their defense as a whole. They are investing in the idea that games will be won by disrupting the quarterback. In today's NFL, if you can't rush the passer, you're not going anywhere. The Cowboys know this, and instead of relying solely on their stars, they're building layers. They're creating a wave of pass rushers who can attack in different ways and from different angles. Carl Lawson adds to that wave. He might not be the first name called, but he's going to be one of the reasons why quarterbacks feel uncomfortable for 4 quarters. What I really like about this signing is that it's low drama and high football IQ. There's no ego here. There's no expectation for Lawson to come in and be something he's not. He's not being asked to carry the defense. He's being asked to contribute, to compete, and to make the group better. Those are the types of signings that often pay off big because the player understands the assignment and embraces it. When you get buy-in like that, good things happen. From a scheme perspective, this gives the Cowboys more flexibility. You can mix and match personnel. You can get creative with alignments. You can bring pressure without always having to blitz. You can keep linebackers in coverage because your front 4 is capable of generating pressure on its own. That's huge. The more ways you can affect the quarterback without sacrificing coverage, the more dangerous your defense becomes. Carl Lawson helps make that possible. It's also worth noting that this signing helps protect the Cowboys against injuries. Every team deals with injuries. It's part of the game. The teams that survive are the ones that have depth and experience. Lawson provides insurance. If someone misses time, you're not scrambling. You're not asking a young, unproven player to suddenly take on a major role. You have someone who's been there before, who knows what to do, and who can step in without the defense falling apart. That peace of mind is invaluable over the course of a season. There's also an edge to Carl Lawson's game that fits the culture Dallas wants to build defensively. He plays with intensity. He plays with purpose. He doesn't take plays off. That kind of effort is contagious. When one guy is flying around and doing his job with urgency, it raises the standard for everyone else. That's how great defenses are built, not just on talent, but on accountability and effort. Lawson brings that mentality. And some fans might look at this move and wonder why it matters so much, especially when it's not a blockbuster signing. But football isn't just about splash, it's about substance. It's about stacking good decisions on top of each other. The Cowboys didn't need to make a desperate move. They needed to make a smart one, and that's exactly what this is. It strengthens an already solid unit and gives them more ways to win games. As the season progresses, don't be surprised if you start hearing Carl Lawson's name more often than you expected. Maybe it's a big third down pressure that forces an interception. Maybe it's a key stop against the run late in a close game. Maybe it's just consistent, steady play that allows others to shine. Those moments add up. Those moments win games, and those moments are often created by players who don't always get the spotlight. At the end of the day, this signing is about intent. It shows that the Cowboys are paying attention to details. It shows that they understand the importance of depth and experience. It shows that they are building a defense designed to last through the grind of the season and still be dangerous when everything is on the line. Carl Lawson might not be the headline grabber, but he is absolutely a difference maker in the bigger picture. So when you look at this move in its entirety, you see a team that's thinking ahead. You see a front office that understands how to maximize its roster. You see a coaching staff that knows what kind of players fit its system. And you see a defense that just got tougher, deeper, and more versatile overnight. That's why this signing matters. That's why it deserves attention. And that's why Cowboys fans should be excited about what this means moving forward, because sometimes the most important moves are the ones that quietly set the foundation for something special.